Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is the daily chess video. I'm just going to go through, this is where we were up to last time. A lot's happened since then. This following move is what I told my opponent that I think is a blunder. I'm going to explain why now, because what happens was he's done this move. If you have a look, what does that position do? So if you have a quick look, just pause the video, and doing this to here, what does that weaken? What square does that weaken, and what's help me? Alright, I'm going to explain it. So the helps the bishop attack this square, and also the queen attacks that square as well. So, and the pawn also can advance forward as well. So this is where I thought I could actually checkmate my opponent. Obviously he's got this threat now, so we can't obviously we've got to be very careful how we move. But this is what I was thinking. I was thinking this is going to be checkmate. So we just do a check, because we can't allow the knight to move. So here recaptures, and now this opens up the file. So this is exactly what we wanted. We go in check, and I thought this was going to be checkmate here, and then go like here. I thought there was going to be some type of checkmate. I'll check at the end of the video, or sorry, at the end of the game. If I did miss a win or missed a checkmate, because I did think there was a checkmate available here, but yep, check again. So here we go. So he retreats again. So whenever your king has to go through the center of the board, it can't be good. So just because he did this knight move, which I said was a blunder, yeah, it actually hurt his structure, and it's actually created his knight to move further down as well. So whenever you have to move your king down out of the board, it's never a good thing. Whether or not your opponent takes full advantage of it or not, it's regardless of it's just, it doesn't matter. It's still a bad thing. So okay, so he keeps moving down the board. He does have, in his defense, he's got very two strong files, but just a funny king now. So if I give up this king and let him go, he can really do it. He's got huge counterplay. He's got this square as well to put checks here as well. So at the moment, our opponent's quite happy with everything except for his king. So he's really happy with what, he's really happy with what his structure is, apart from his king. But yeah, you can have really strong pieces, but if your king's safety is not safe, like our king's not the best here yet, but I always did want a castle as well, but yeah, at this stage I was thinking of even castling here as well, doing a cheeky castle here, and just pinning the knight. Okay, so just following up with the checks, just trying to keep pressure on. We cannot allow our opponent to do a move. If he moves one of his pieces, the position can really transform into, it could be a bloodbath, and he could destroy us quite easy. Now he's got this move, and he could actually get our queen potentially. So every move you should be looking at our checks as well. So his checks and our checks. Okay, now we're up for a trade. So I could do a trade. But I saw a video and it said that when you're actually dominating the board, you don't need to trade all our pieces. So, and what's one thing our opponent wants to do? He's got all this here. So the last thing you want to do is trade up all your pieces. If I traded up all my pieces, then I would open the board up, and then his rook come back into play, and his bishop comes into play too, and he's got his knight here as well. So it could be really dangerous just opening up the board. So we don't need to do anything crazy. We just need to not... We're just playing a sharp line here, I guess, but we just have to make sure we don't do a bad move and give up. So this move is not a check, but we're pinning the knight because we do not want this knight to get away. Not at all. Okay, so we wanted to keep the board closed. So the king can't come here as either. Okay, we've got the long diagonal. We've also got this square as well. So he does have this square, which I thought. So at this stage, if he goes back here, I was thinking of checkmating immediately. So there was a checkmate here, because then he could just take. But then we could take again because we were defended by the knight. So I was thinking that move. This is a really good move by our opponent. But there's one good move here that we have, which destroys everything that he's got. And also, I was thinking so many times, what don't I want the opponent to do as well? So I did play this scenario. So if I played here, and then he takes, all of a sudden he's got some counterplay. So he'd be targeting our rook. So I thought this can't be an option, and plus it starts opening up the board for our opponent. So as soon as he moves here, as soon as we trade, he's targeting our rook, and then if he moves his king out the way, then our bishop's is pinned as well. So this can't be really good for us. And also another one, I didn't want that move. Wasn't sure what to do with that move. I think if he did that move, that was the main move that would have saved him, I think, because it would have opened up the board. It would have taken a lot longer to think about what I had to do. But I did take my time with this following move. Okay, so yeah, if he moved here, very dangerous. I don't know what I would have done. It would have taken me a lot longer to worry about then. But he did this move, so attacking my queen, so that's fair enough. And also, he probably thought we'd trade at this stage, but I didn't want to trade. I wanted to do everything but trade and open up the position. And what's this? And this is actually another error as well, because what it does is it takes away more retreating squares as well and blocks the king. So the king's got a bit of a cage. He's got a bit of a cage going on here as well. So, you know, these squares are taken as well by a knight, but these squares are taken because of his pieces as well. Okay, so this next move is really sneaky. So just have a quick look again, and this is it. And that's the deadly blow. That's the move. I don't know if he saw, but this just opened the gate. If he went down back here, then it's probably instant checkmate anyway. So, you know, we could move here, and then followed by this move again. And he's retreated. And this is the next move I did, and he retreated. And then I checkmated him again, because I thought maybe he'd come down and we'd do some trading. Well, that's probably reasonable as well by our opponent, because the problem is then he can open this square up again. But like I said, we wanted to keep the checks happening, so even if he did bring this piece down and we took, we'd still have a check. So, and then he'd retreat. So this I'd probably change nothing even if we traded those pieces. Okay, so he's ran away and we checked, and then he's retreated again. Okay, and then we got this check as well, and then he retreated again. So we just got all these checks happening. The king is trapped here. He can't move back here. He can't move here. He's got this square only left now, so that's pretty good. So he moves here. Then, yeah, he moves here. Then we've only got one more move to go, and then it should be checkmate after that. So we've got about 3 or 4 different checkmates we can do after that move. So, okay, and that's the end of the video, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. So.